Everyone's either buying Mac minis or spinning up cloud servers for ClawdBot, and a lot of those are ending up exposed on the internet. I wanted to run ClawdBot on my computer, but not my main system. Something sandboxed, something I could keep an eye on. But I did not want to buy a new machine, and I definitely didn't want it on a server somewhere that could get compromised. In this video, I'm going to show you how I set up a sandboxed environment on my computer, installed ClawdBot inside it, connected it through Slack so that my entire team can use it. No exposed ports, no extra hardware, shared context, and new AI employee for the whole team. For background, I'm Zubair. I run a dev agency with 20 engineers. We do AI audits, automations, custom apps for businesses around the world. Here's the stack. Hyper-V is Windows built-in virtual machine software. That's our sandbox. Inside that, if you're on Mac, Mac has many options to run a virtual machine sandbox on your computer as well. Inside the sandbox, I run Ubuntu. Inside Ubuntu, I installed ClawdBot, and ClawdBot connects out to Slack. That's how the entire team talks to it. No ports or anything on the internet. Let's start with Hyper-V. The first thing we need to do is enable Hyper-V. Now it says it's built into Windows as an optional feature, but that's true for Pro or Enterprise. I'm on Windows 11 Pro. If you're on Windows Home, you'll have to go through a slightly separate route. I'll paste a link in the description for that. The installation is quite simple. All we have to do is run this command in PowerShell. So I'm going to open PowerShell, run it as an administrator. Copy this command here. Right click to paste it here. And then it's going to load for a second. After that, it will ask you, I want to restart my computer. Okay. Now I've already installed it, so it's not asking me that. But before recording this video, this is what it showed me, and I pressed Y and hit enter to restart my computer. Once your computer restarts, you can search for Hyper-V Manager and run it. This is the name of my computer. Funnily enough, my computer is named Hyper as well. But I clicked here, and you will not see anything here. I've already installed a couple of virtual machines. That's why I'm seeing it here, but you won't see any existing virtual machine. This quick create option is where you need to go. Now install a new machine using this quick create option. Okay. So when you click quick create, it will show you a window and show you these operating systems. I'll be honest, the first thing I tried was this, but I ran into some roadblocks. So I couldn't complete my setup using this quick setup route. I actually had to go to ubuntu.com and download Ubuntu Desktop, the latest version 24 LTS. So click this download button. It takes a while to download. Once you've downloaded the file, instead of choosing this, choose the local installation source. All right. Make sure to untick this box. This virtual machine will run Windows because we're running Ubuntu, not Windows. Okay. Choose the installation source. Go to the downloads folder and select the Ubuntu ISO file that you just downloaded. Create virtual machine. After that, it's magically within seconds set up. All right. So you could connect directly, but I wanted to tune the computer a little bit. So I went to edit settings and I went to the RAM. By default, it gave it 4 gigabytes of RAM. I wanted to give it 8 gigabytes of RAM so that it runs faster. And I just disabled dynamic memory as I didn't want this computer to affect the rest of my day-to-day work. You can tune other options here if you want, but those were the ones that I did for my computer. Click OK and then connect. Once you hit connect, you should see something like this load up. After that, just click start and my new sandbox virtual computer is powering up. Click inside and now I'm inside the virtual sandbox. Press enter. A brand new computer is powering up. Now in our brand new computer, we haven't installed Ubuntu yet. Okay. We only gave it the installation disk, the ISO file. So now it's going through a Ubuntu installation sequence. All I did was just keep clicking next, 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 skip, install, next, next, again, next. There's only one thing which I did, which is install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware, download, install additional media formats. just something I know from past experience that these two are usually things I like in a Ubuntu installation. Then just keep clicking next. This option may look scary about erase disk and install Ubuntu, but note, this is erasing the sandbox disk and installing Ubuntu, not the main computer. Okay, click next. Just give it whatever you want to give it as a name. So YouTube, password, YouTube. Okay, so you can just put whatever password, and this password is used for admin access later on when you want to install packages. So make sure to remember this password. You'll have to type it a few times. So I'm in Dubai, so it got the time zone, install. So now wait a couple of minutes and your new virtual sandbox computer running Linux will be ready. It will ask to restart, and then you just say, okay, restart. So setup is now done. I'm just gonna click restart now, and I'll be honest, it did get stuck a little bit here. It showed me some message, and then I had to go and click here, restart at the top. So yeah, this is the part where it got a little bit stuck, and then I waited for like a couple of minutes. After that, okay, this thing's not coming down. So I just click this particular icon here, which is reset. Are you sure you want to reset this virtual machine? Not my main computer, reset the virtual machine. So I'm like, okay, you know what, reset it. So after that, it just loaded Ubuntu totally fine. My virtual sandbox is now loaded. I just typed the password. I've got my virtual computer now. Okay, so don't worry about the size or resolution. We'll fix that in a while. Okay, but nothing to do on the setup part. I'm just gonna close this. What I want to do is install ClawdBot. So I go to Firefox, ClawdBot, and get this command. Okay, so now I could copy this. I could open a terminal and paste it here, but the rest of the setup requires me to copy paste a lot of tokens back and forth. Copying tokens from my Windows PC into this sandbox is a little bit annoying. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna log into my virtual sandbox from outside. From there, I can easily copy paste a lot of stuff over. All right. So what do we want to set up in our sandbox? We want to set up something called an SSH server. Okay, so sudo apt update, that's one of the commands. Password is YouTube. It's just updating its built-in packages. The next is sudo apt install open ssh-server. Okay, so I just press Y to hit enter. Now that I've installed the SSH server, I just need to get the IP address. This is my local internal network between my Windows PC and my virtual sandbox. So I'm going to type IP ADDR, and I see this 172.30.99.39. This is my computer's internal network address, not connected to the internet. Okay, so I'm going to go into PowerShell, and I'm going to type SSH YouTube at, that's the username, and that IP address. So it's 172.30.99.39. Enter. It's gonna ask me, are you sure you trust this? I'm saying like, yes. And what's the password? So it's YouTube. Enter. Okay. So now this PowerShell is logged into my virtual sandbox. Why did I do that? I did that because copy pasting outside from Windows into the Linux computer is a bit annoying, and it's a longer setup for enhanced session mode. Okay, so now what command do we need? Let's go to claude.bot, and I just need this command, and I'm gonna open, make sure this is YouTube at YouTube-virtual machine. That's my virtual machine. I'm just gonna press enter. Oh, it showed me the other one. One second. Why is it showing me the Windows one? I want the Linux Mac one. This one, make sure to double check. This command I'm running on the YouTube virtual machine, all right? Not in my actual PowerShell. So I'm gonna go to claude.bot. I'm gonna make sure I'm on Mac OS Linux, okay? And I want this curl command, okay? So copy, right click and paste, hit enter. So this is gonna install ClawdBot, okay? It's gonna install any dependencies it needs, and it's going to download the package and start going through the setup and onboarding experience. Just wait a couple of moments. All right, so with great power comes great responsibility. So I understand the challenges. This is in a sandbox, so yes. Onboarding mode, quick start is good. Now here we're gonna select which provider you want to use or which API key. I've got Codex and Claude Code. I'm gonna go with Claude Code for this one. So, but you could choose from any of these other ones that you have as well. So Anthropic, now, because I've got a max subscription, I can easily, I need to run Claude Setup token. Okay, now a note, I need to run this Claude Setup token outside in my normal computer in PowerShell where I actually have Claude installed on my Windows PC. So open, right click, Claude Setup token. It's going to open the browser and walk me through the authorization flow. I click authorize and this is going to generate a particular token for me. Okay. So if I go back to my PowerShell, this is the token that I want. Don't worry, I'm going to expire it. Okay. So right click, I go back to my YouTube machine, hit enter. I'm using the Anthropic token. I'm using Anthropic only token provided. Yes. And right click and paste it here. Enter. Token name, just default is fine. Current model, default is fine. Select the channel. Okay, so I'm gonna install this for Slack for the entire team to be able to access it. But the connection is gonna be secure in a sense that the team can message Slack and Slack's message will reach my ClawdBot safely. So I'm gonna click enter Slack in socket mode, but you can choose any other bot if you want. Just ClawdBot is fine. Now it guided me already. If I scroll up, it says like, here's what you need to do. This one. Slack API, create app from scratch, add socket mode, yada, 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 yada. The best guide I found was actually in docs.claude.bot. So we're going to find the Slack one, quick setup. Okay. This one. So open this link, api.slack.com/apps. I'm going to create a new app from scratch. Okay. So from scratch is ClawdBot, give it whatever name and pick your workspace. I'm going to select a test workspace that I have for these types of videos. So create app. Okay. So now, okay, got it. Close it. I'm going to go to app manifest. Okay. And actually in ClawdBot's own documents, the manifest is here already, this manifest, optional manifest. So I'm just going to copy this, go here, replace the entire manifest. These are the default configuration settings. It's pretty useful. So save changes and that app is just ready now. So if I open my PowerShell, I've actually created the app. I haven't added socket mode yet, enabled this part yet. So I'm going to go to socket mode. This is enabled already. How? Because the manifest just described everything. Okay. So all I need now is just the tokens. So install app to workspace. So install app. Install to IAZKY test. It's going to go through a bit of an authorization flow. Allow. So now my new custom Slack application is connected with my Slack workspace. These are the tokens that I need to connect ClawdBot. So enter Slack bot token XOXB. So XOXB, that one, copy, right click, enter Slack app token XAPP. That's the, I think that's that one. App level token, generate token scopes. Token is ClawdBot. Okay, now I just remembered what I had to do. Go here, scroll up, and it asks for a particular create app token, bot token, set tokens. This one, connections : right. That's what I was looking for. So I'm gonna go and give it scope, connections right. generate. Okay, that's my app token. So copy this, give it to this here, configure Slack channel access. Yes, yes. Just everything, configure skills now. Yes, yes, yes. Now the skills that I needed initially, I definitely wanted to give it the browser one. Okay, so this is a list of skills that come built in Claude, so you can connect different tools. So for example, I can connect Gemini, I can connect Nano Banana Pro, I can connect Apple Notes. It depends on which skill you want. ClawdBot actually has a whole skills repository, Claude Hub, and this repository is growing rapidly as well. But for now, for the setup, I'm just gonna skip for now. Skip for now, press space, press enter. API key for places, no, 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 no. Skip for now. Hooks, this one personally, I wanted these three, all three enabled to log all commands and save session memory. Okay, so then press enter. So now it's installing the gateway service, and it's going to be, do I hatch the TUI or web? I personally am very comfortable in the TUI, and this is ClawdBot now running. Okay, so new AI employee is coming alive. What should I call you? I can call you Jarvis. Okay, just give it any name, Amy, Jarvis, whoever. Okay, and then I can give it a bit of a like, what do you want? What personality? What does he call me? So call me Z. I'm in Dubai, and yeah. So it's gonna learn. It goes through its sort of like context, knowledge building and everything, and writes it down in different files in its context. That's the secret sauce. It writes stuff down in its context. It's officially Jarvis and Z, and rules, chatting back and forth. But this is in my SSH terminal. I wanted it in Slack. So I have installed it in Slack already. Let me just go and open that workspace. This ClawdBot app is now appearing here. I was like, are you here? Okay. So yeah, ClawdBot access not configured. Your Slack user ID this, pairing code this. Okay, so I need this pairing code. ClawdBot pairing approve Slack. Okay, so move this to the left. Oops. Move this to the left a little bit. Move that right. So I just need to /exit this TUI and pair my Slack app with this. So pairing Slack, and what's the code again? EGKB78XY. So now ClawdBot is approved on the other side. Okay. So now, are you here? Jarvis should appear. Yes, Hazy, I'm here. Jarvis at your service. Any ground rules? It's continuing the same flow. I can open it there as well. So if I open ClawdBot TUI, it's gonna open the terminal there. So yeah. And I can just say, every morning, give me an inspirational quote. Okay. And it's going to log that in. It's like, okay, every morning I'm just going to do that. Okay. See that thing streaming on the left? Love it. A little morning motivation to start with it. Next morning, Jarvis is going to send me a nice, lovely message. So now that you've got ClawdBot running securely on your own machine and your whole team can access it through Slack without any security worries, shared context across the team, I've got another video coming up on the best use cases I'm finding for ClawdBot. If this helped, subscribe. I plan on putting out more of these. Comment below if you got stuck in any part, and I'm going to try and help you out as best as I can. Thanks. Bye.